Hi guys, how's it going? It's NorCal599 with another video for today. So it's been a while since I did a multi-cart review video. Last time I did one was back in July. But anyways, I have another multi-cart that I'm going to review today. And it's none other than this one. As you can see right there, this is the 108-in-1 multi-cart for Game Boy. Game Boy Color. And as you can see, it's got some interesting screenshots. Let me get my pointer real quick so I can explain more in detail what I'm talking about. Actually, you know what? I'll use my... Okay. Anyways, as you can see, this 108-in-1 multi-cart for Game Boy Color. As you can see, it's got some screenshots of the games. Most of them are the Japanese versions. So like over here we have I don't know what that is. This is the Japanese version of Pokemon Red. This one's the Japanese version of Pokemon Blue. And the rest of these are Gold, Crystal, Yellow, and Silver, again in Japanese form. And I have no idea what that is. This looks like a screenshot from I think it's a Pokemon, the movie 2000. Either the movie 2000 or Heroes, something like that. I don't know. And then just goes on and on. So yeah, as you could tell from a normal Game Boy cartridge, take Donkey Kong 94 for example. Do a comparison of the two. Look exactly the same. Obviously, this one's got a cutout on the inside, which I'll go over in a little bit. Cartridges themselves are the exact same size because it is. And then the backs are obviously different. This one uses the security screw. See, this one uses the security screw, whereas this one actually uses a tri-wing screw. Luckily, I have a security screwdriver and a tri-wing screwdriver, which I'll be using in a little bit. And then you'll notice the coloring of the cartridges themselves. The real Game Boy cartridges have more of a duller gray color, whereas this one has more like a darker type gray. And then you also notice the plastic. Whoops. You also notice on the plastics themselves, this one, the fake Game Boy cartridge has more of a thinner type of plastic, whereas the real one is the real thing. Now before I do any gameplays or whatever, I'm actually gonna take off the cartridges, take them apart, see what the PCB board looks like. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Okay, whoops, don't want to lose the tri-wing screw. This is the exact same screw that's used on Game Boy Advance games. So, yeah. So anyways, just like a regular Game Boy Color cartridge or Game Boy cartridge. Okay, there you go. You slide it down and pop. There it is. Right away you could tell that this is a very, very different PCB board. And this is where it holds the battery. This actually holds save games for the Pokemon series. So yeah, and if I remember correctly, this uses a CR2016. Not too entirely sure. I could actually pop the battery off right now. And then I'll show it to you. Oh no, this one uses a CR2032. Yeah, this uses a CR2032 battery. As you can see, here's it's basically glob top technology. You can see the horrible solder flux on the, I believe this is the main chip, the RAM, whatever you call it. But you can see there's a whole bunch of solder flux on the chip, and in the back, there's obviously nothing in the back. If I could somehow take the battery off again, I could show you the battery size that it uses. Let's go ahead and pop it off right here. Yep, I was right. It uses a CR2032. Now my camera can focus, and then it'll come out better. See, 2032, and this is where the battery goes. Now, if I take off the real one, the real Game Boy game, I'm going to show you that the PCB board on the real Game Boy games are much larger. See? This is an official copy of Donkey Kong 94. And here's the Multicart game. So you can immediately tell right away that, you know, obvious differences. One obvious difference, that the battery sizes. Donkey Kong 94 uses a CR1616 battery, whereas the Multicart uses the 2032. The one thing I actually like is that you could remove the battery from here without having to desolder these things like you would on the real Game Boy games. So this is kind of unique in a way. So take that to the side, and I'm going to attempt to put the battery back on the Multicart. Need to lift up these contacts a little bit. There we go. And just like that, the battery is back on there. So that means if the battery were to ever die on this one, I could just pop off the battery from underneath, take it off, replace it, and that's it. So now we'll put it back on the cartridge. There we go. Put that back on here. If I can somehow get this thing back on here. There we go. Put the screw back. Whoops. Put that back into place. There. I guess I'll be clean and put this one back on here. There we go. Please don't mind the traffic outside. I have my balcony open, so that's kind of why. So anyways, let's check out and see what kind of games this Multicart has. Here I have my, let me zoom out really quick, my Game Boy Advance SP, obviously hooked up to the charger because the battery on the Game Boy Advance is crap and I need to replace it soon. So go ahead and insert the Game Boy game like you would any normal Game Boy Color game. Let me zoom out a little bit more. And of course it would work if it did not have sound, and have to do a thing that where you're not supposed to, but we do it anyways. There we go. Right away you can see it says Super 108 and 1. Now let me zoom in a little bit. See, here we have all the Pokemon games from, this is Gold, Silver, Crystal, Fighter 1999, I don't remember what that one is, but I'll have to check. Harvest Moon 2, Pokemon Yellow, Blue, Green, which is actually the Japanese Pokemon Green version that was never released here in the US, and Red. So we'll take a look at the rest of them. Left button obviously, goes forward a page, the right button goes forward a page and the left goes back a page. As you can see, it actually has about, I believe it actually has all 108 legitimate Game Boy games. It's not like that other Multicart, which I will go over soon, which has games repeated on it. So we'll take a look at the first one, Pokemon Golden, which is basically Pokemon Gold. You could tell this is the Japanese version. So now the only way to go back to the menu is to turn it off and then turn the Game Boy back on. So obviously you know the Pokemon series, so we'll go to Fighter 1999. Huh, this is interesting. Super Fighters. That's apparently another Japanese Game Boy game. I'll just try for the heck of it. Go right there. What was that? I have no idea. Oh, this is a fighting type of game. It's like Street Fighter. So we'll go to Harvest Moon 2. Packin' Soft. Okay. Okay, so this appears to be also the Japanese version. Not gonna bother. So I'm pretty sure the vast majority of these Game Boy games are from Japan. All stuck into this one cartridge. Take a look at Harvest Moon 4. So this would be like Harvest Moon 4 for the Game Boy. Just restart it. Now let's take a look at some of the other most interesting games. You know what, let's go back a page and then we'll just start backwards. So we'll start with Ultraman. Now the rest of the what is it, like 91 games are original Game Boy games. I was never good at Ultraman, but I'll give it a try anyways. But yeah, I suck at fighting games, as you can tell. So we'll go to Firefighter. Okay, this ought to be interesting. Firefighter. That looks interesting. Start game. Level 1. Never really played this game before, never even heard of it until now. Guess that's how you play it. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Got some water. Whoops. Okay, so that's how this game works. All right. Okay, I think you've had enough of that. Speedball 2. Let's see what that one is. Mindscape International by Spidersoft. Okay. Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe. Start a game. Let's go knockout. Yeah, I don't get it. Let's see. Let's take a look at 2 more games. Let's see. Ooh, Bust a Move 2. I actually like that game. That's Dusty sleeping, by the way. Dude. Whoops. Did not mean to put that there. There we go. Okay, let's try one more game. Whoops. And right away I'm already doing bad. There we go. Okay, one more. This time we'll go 1. Ooh, Pac-Man. Love Pac-Man. Just think how many Game Boy games I have all in this cart. This is the original Pac-Man for Game Boy. Oh, come on. Alright, let's try it one more time. That was funny because I was playing Ms. Pac-Man for the Sega Genesis yesterday. It's because for being on Game Boy, it's... Ah, Cherry disappeared. Got him. Well, that's it. So I guess in conclusion, this multi-cart You know, it has a whole bunch of unique games. Although the bad thing is that most of them are in Japanese, so it's a little bit difficult for me to understand. But eventually, at least by looking at the screenshots in the front, I know exactly what games are which. So yeah. For the record, I did get this at my local video store last year, which sadly they closed because the owner was retiring. So, but at least I was lucky enough to get a few games, plus this one and the other multi-cart, which I will review in the next video. So, yeah. So I guess this has been a review of the 108-in-1 multi-cart for Game Boy. See, it's very unique. I mean, it's cheap quality, but at least it holds the games really well. I mean, the PCB board is pretty decent, you know. But yeah. So I guess, you know, this has been another video game review for the day. So I guess until next time, this is NorCal Dude 599, and I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next video. So have a good day, everybody.